It says I'm live, but I don't know if uh you've hold on, let me see. Hmm. What is happening? I don't even know what's happening. This is my first time operating StreamYard. I'm trying to connect it to my YouTube, but for some reason it's like not trying to do it. Why is it not? What? What is it doing? It's not trying to connect. Why? Why? It says it is, but it's not. It is not. Let me see something real quick. I don't even know if it's live on my YouTube channel. I don't know what it's doing. Oh no. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work. We're gonna see because this is my first time using StreamYard. So hopefully it works. So I'm going to be watching. It's supposed to be like a chill stream, right? So I was just gonna like do. I just realized it echoes every time I do what I'm doing when I have the other tab up. Yeah, StreamYard's kind of weird. Um, I think what I'm gonna do is just play it and hopefully everything's cool. I don't have like two monitors, so if anyone is watching this, I'm so embarrassed. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what I'm looking at. So yeah, we're gonna watch this video because I've been very intrigued by it. But yeah, because I always wonder like how people's toes get like that, and I was just curious. So
So,
I feel like
hello
the lighting's
everybody.
not good.
Hope you guys are well. So, we have this lovely, beautiful lady here sitting here.
I don't think my
Let's use
lighting's
this
good,
nail
and I'm
polish
sorry about
with
that. I
a
don't
very,
have like
very
no ring
ingrown
camera,
toner.
so you
Actually,
see my
in
face.
real life, it's more ingrown, isn't it?
But
And in
yeah,
the picture, it's like so pinched. It's like very strange. Is there a different angle?
There we go.
Yeah, yeah, it's very. Yeah, there you go. Because you can see the impingement there. It's very, very ingrown. So what we're gonna do is gonna cut in the middle, and that should snap that piece there, and snap that piece there, and then I might need to wiggle that nail there. So I'm gonna just cut this at this angle and just make sure it's focused because it's a bit blurry. Fantastic. Okay, just gonna cut this. 2, 3. Okay, it's not coming off one piece. I might even bleed a little bit. So what do you do? What's your business owner?
I'm starting up my own business, which is a fashion brand, and
Nice.
it's basically everyday clothing with our own shapewear technology.
Oh, very fancy.
Thank you. So instead of buying additional shapewear to wear under your normal clothing, I'd rather just have that within your clothing.
That
And
makes sense.
instead of just compressive
Mm,
fabrics,
sorry.
instead of just compressive fabrics,
I don't even know what they're talking about.
That is, there's no way of me just cutting straight across because it's so
yeah.
ingrown.
Uh,
Okay. The nail itself is very, very yellow and brittle.
mm,
So I think you might want to test this for any kind of secondary infection, like a
okay.
fungal infection,
Okay.
because it shouldn't be like this, crumbly like this.
I see.
Yeah. Do you think were you ever worried?
No.
No.
And it's also, I guess I never felt the need to have any additional checks until
Yeah.
now.
Because if you look at this nail, so I'm
Mm.
going to just show everybody. Again, it's very hard to.
I'll be wondering like why, like I don't know if the nail tech just saw her foot and was like, you know what, we're just not gonna deal with that. We're just gonna paint over it and get the crust out. But like her toes are curled, or her big toes curled. So I don't know, y'all. This stream's gonna be a little all over the place too, so I'm sorry about that. Hmm.
to. So if you look at this, let's show you this.
Yeah.
And then compare. So if you look at this nail, so this is this side, right? The
Yeah.
other side, and I clipped it. It's nice and thin, and it's not like
Mm.
really brittle.
Yeah.
But you look at this side,
Yeah.
there's something there that shouldn't. It's like thicker and it's more
It's like an
brittle.
extra layer or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So I think definitely send that off.
Yes,
Um,
please.
yeah. Oh, okay, so I'm just gonna clean this back a little bit more.
I mean, are they from the UK or something?
The reason why you're having this kind of involution is maybe an infection. Okay. Yeah, that should feel a lot better.
Mm.
Can I have black swirl, Stephanie, please? Thank you. I'm just gonna scoop in some. Okay. Oh, sorry.
No worries.
It's still, the whole thing is involuted. So we talked a little bit about infection, but we're just gonna that ingrown nail surgery. But we're just gonna do this first. We're just gonna treat it conservatively first. Stephanie, do you have any more of those drops that we gave that patient?
Cuticle.
Yeah, the cuticle. I just want to drop it a little bit inside because it's quite dry in here. Sorry. If you can drop it in, there's loads of debris inside. Once Stephanie figures out how to open that thing. And where are you from? You've got a beautiful accent.
Singapore.
Oh, fantastic!
Yes.
I've been there long time ago, really long time, like about 20 years.
Oh, you
Yeah.
should check it out now. A lot has like developed.
Uh-huh.
Everything's so new, although it's still very small and boring.
That's what I heard. Isn't it like compact then?
Yeah, it's just so concentrated. So for every single restaurant, you can expect, let's say for a popular one, you can expect to make a booking
Mm.
like
So COVID, did you go back during COVID?
yes.
Oh,
I was there during whole of lockdown.
oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And then I came back.
the collage of your wedding dress. Is it hard? Has it been?
Yeah, I don't know if I like this video. We gonna watch something else. Let me see. Cause there's someone. We'll watch something else, right? So I actually like watching Troy's TV. He's like one of my favorite YouTubers to watch. But I don't know if I watched any of his current videos. I may have, but I'm not sure. Let me see. I know I have. No. Yeah. I mean, since I'm a big fan, I have watched a lot of his stuff. Let's see. Any like conspiracy theories? I'm just trying to like find something to watch, yo. Um, let's see. We haven't watched this. So we can watch this. Joanne the Scammer. Let's see.
There was a time when Joanne the Scammer ruled the internet. With her messy blonde wig, fur coat, and shameless love for fraud, she became a viral sensation, flooding timelines with iconic one liners, hilarious skits, and meme worthy content.
Joanne, the scammer. A beautiful mess, you bitch. Thank you.
Joanne became so big that she was rubbing elbows with celebrities, landing brand deals, and seemed unstoppable. But then, just as quickly as she rose to fame, she disappeared.
And the same people that were praising me at one point were now bashing me. I think for a couple months I enjoyed it, but it's really hard. And I'm not saying I'm stopping. I just feel like hatred can become uninspiring.
So, what happened? Why did Joanne the Scammer fade into the background? And where is Brandon Miller, the man behind the internet's favorite con artist? In today's video, we're breaking down the rise, the disappearance, and legacy of Joanne the Scammer and uncovering the truth behind her sudden disappearance. Brandon Miller's story starts in the early 1990s in Hopewell, Virginia, where he was born and raised. He was adopted as a baby by older white couple Buddy and Veronica Miller. Brandon would later learn that his biological parents were both Puerto Rican and Black. He describes his family as racist and says they never made him aware of his racial identity and raised him as white.
His family was racist. Mm, mm, that's crazy. That is crazy. Whoa.
White.
And you believed or you thought you were white.
I did. Because my dad was Indian, but he was white.
Mm.
Like white people would be like, I'm Indian. He was white. And he just looked Indian. And my mom was physically, like, literally white. And, they got me from birth, basically. So I grew up thinking I was white. I just thought that, like, I was in the sun too much. My family has 2 biological children, and then they have 2 adopted. And I thought that my sister was the one that was adopted, and I was with the whites, and she's colored like me. So it was just like, and I would go to school and I would tell people, no, I'm actually white. I tell my Black friends I'm white. I would say, you're just mad, or you don't understand because you have a Black parent. You just wouldn't get it. I mean, it's weird because I've been in like my white family would be racist and all this weird shit. And then to find out that I'm adopted, it's like, oh shit. Like, you're talking about me. You're talking about me. You learn about a lot, and I think that's where the whole Caucasian thing even came from, because I've learned that everything I do that I've done on the internet in some type of way has been for my life.
Your birth parents are Black and Puerto Rican?
All I know is my dad. They gave me sheets on him. My dad literally had his height and his color, so I know he's tall and Black. And my mom was, I think she was like a combination of things, but I'm a Black person.
He went to a predominantly Black school where he was questioned about his racial identity. I went to an all-Black school, and people would say, Brandon, you're Black, or Brandon, you're adopted. I was like, no, actually, I'm white. Since he was a kid, he always had a knack for dressing up and entertaining and used humor to attract attention. In one childhood photo, around the age of 9, he describes himself posing in a messy Black wig. He recalls that wearing a wig was always a signal for comedy. Whenever he put one on, people laughed. While Brandon hasn't gone into detail publicly about his relationship,
I'm gonna just say this. Twitter is a dark place, right? And I think there's a video of him like doing something sketchy. I don't know if y'all remember Salento. Salento, the Whip and Nene guy. They actually found like corn, gay corn videos of this man doing something strange for a piece of change. So that's like the only thing that I would say about this is that you have to be very careful what you put on the internet.
Relationship with his father, some of his past tweets suggest that he was abusive and not loving towards Brandon. Some of them read, "When I was 8, my dad broke my nose because my mashed potatoes were too bland for his liking. My father used to whoop my ass until I fell asleep. My father never loved me. My father used to burn me with his cigars. My father said he was going to abuse me like Ike did Tina, and I told him I was going to whoop his ass like Tina did Ike. I got my ass beat. My father always told me I was going to be gay when I got older. He also ruined my life with his words. And my father deserved to die." In a Fader magazine interview, he said, "One time I gave my dad something for Christmas, and I said, 'I love you.' And my mom said, 'Buddy, Brandon said he loved you,' and he didn't say nothing back." His father, Buddy, passed away from cancer when he was 12 years old, and he was raised by his stay at home mother. In school, Brandon hid his sexuality by presenting as masculine with braids, girlfriends, and a ladies' man persona. Very few knew he was gay until he was forced to come out at the age of 16 when his older sister found gay adult films on the family computer, reacted with religious disapproval, saying the good old "God made Adam and Eve and not Adam and Steve" line. Then Brandon learned from a family friend that he was adopted at the age of 17. Having grown up in a predominantly black school while believing he was white, the revelation was both shocking and traumatic. When he confronted his mother about why she never told him, she admitted she feared he would run away. Brandon began experimenting with women's wear and once attended high school in drag with a friend, shocking his classmates. He decided to drop out and ran away to Texas, where he spent months dressing as a woman.
My father died
What year did he die?
2003, which made me like 12, I
Oh,
guess.
wow.
And then I went to school, and I right when he died, I entered middle school. It's really rough for me. I was really popular, all the girls liked me and all that, but I didn't feel into them, and I didn't feel into guys either. Though all I knew was I was just kind of like in limbo as myself, as Brandon. And then I quit school at 8th grade because my friend did. Her name is Raquel. We moved into one of her friend's house, who was a trans woman, and that is where I became Victoria. I lived my life literally for like a year. I called myself Victoria, and I didn't say I was trans. I didn't
Yeah.
say I was a woman. I didn't say I was a man. I just said I was Victoria, and that's how I want to live my life,
Mm.
and that's how it is.
What did Victoria provide for you living as Victoria?
I found that I was less insecure. I was not shy at all. I could look people in the eyes for longer periods of time than like 5 seconds. I've gotten better with that over time. But
Around this time, he was spending a lot of time on YouTube and felt inspired by Chris Crocker, the viral star behind the infamous Leave Britney Alone video. But he believed he could be even funnier. Determined to make a name for himself, he started uploading videos on his dial-up computer, convinced he would blow up on YouTube just like Chris. In Texas,
Uh-oh.
he entered the adult industry, first gaining attention from a one-off video before joining a cam site. He typically performed at
And that's crazy that she talked about that because I literally just said it. Like, you know how people dig up folks' past and they try to like quote it and be like, "Oh, your fave was a corn star back in the day," and it's just like, why y'all have to do that? I don't know. It's just weird to me.
as a straight persona, appealing to viewers who fetishize gay for pay actors. In 2008, he relocated to Florida with his mother, and around this time, he began his relationship with his long-term partner Xavier, who he met on the gay dating app BGC. Creating characters became his way of coping with his identity. He quietly uploaded videos without people knowing. Brandon was regularly uploading skits to YouTube, performing as a character named Miss Prada. She was a hyper-feminine, over-the-top character he created that engaged in comedic rants and storytelling, much like Joanne, but without the scammer narrative. Some of her most famous videos include the Miss Prada Dating My Brother series, Miss Prada Hates the Gay Community, Miss Prada's Message to Chris Brown. Miss Prada talks about the death of Amy Winehouse.
I am Joanne Prada, and I'll be talking about what's going on about Amy Winehouse. You know, she's gone. She's paid it. She died. I don't know how she died, but bitch, is it really that motherfucking a mystery? Hell no, the bitch was on.
Miss Prada Gets Real Hood, and these videos that have titles that I'm not allowed to read on YouTube.
Oops.
Brandon developed a following both as an X-rated performer under the name of Mr. Playboy and as Miss Prada. He experienced his first brush with internet virality and infamy in January 2012 when he jumped on the viral Cinnamon Challenge. The Cinnamon
Oh, I
Challenge
remember
was a
that.
popular internet
Oh,
trend
yeah.
in the early 2010s where people attempted to swallow a spoonful of cinnamon without water, usually ending in cough.
Also, Glozell made a video like stating that after she had her like viral moment, that she literally went broke because she was like spending her money. This is why you have to save and invest, because you just never know. You never know. Because she said she was homeless too.
Coughing, choking, and dramatic reactions. In Miss Prada's version, he played up the drama by repeatedly calling out to his mother and splashing her face with water.
I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna use this as like my gag thing. This is like Soul 2009. I don't even know why people are doing this shit no more. And I'm not gonna use a spoon. I'm gonna down it. Really though? Who even made this? Who even made mine? I'm gonna gag just thinking about it. My heart is beating so fast, my
I have to look at the camera.
What the fuck was that? Mom! Mom! Come here! Yes!
So I found that like I'm stronger, and I'm like, and I found that this is like an outlet for me to like kind of mask myself, maybe, which isn't good in the long run. But at the time, only thing I knew was shut down and create someone else. I don't want to be myself. I just remember my family being so uneasy with it.
So they were uncomfortable with Victoria.
To the territory of like going into hormones, which I didn't have the privilege of because my mom moved me away before that started. I did talk to her about that, and she was like, before we get to that point and before I lose my son, I'm gonna move you to Florida. So I moved to Florida, and I didn't have any friends, and I was forced back into myself, which created Miss Prada, which was I'm using it for comedy, which I found still helped me. I find that I don't have to like live like this. I could just cut it on and off.
Were you thinking at the time, because you said you used the language of you didn't have the privilege of being able to go on hormones like Raquel was?
Yeah.
So you wanted to go on hormones.
It's not even that I wanted to. It was just more so, all right, if I'm gonna live like this,
Got it.
I just want to go full into that. I just didn't.
Yeah.
Brandon began recording pop and ballroom-inspired music as Miss Prada, and tracks like Emily Rose and Voodoo became fan favorites.
The only thing you're serving me is a bowl of rotten eggs. Bring your ass back over here. Who said I was done with you? I'm gonna give you to the count of 3 mistakes, or I'm gonna come search for you. That's right. Emily Rose, 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 Emily For this demonic soul.
Most of the songs were accompanied
Oh my god. The quality sucks, yo.
by homemade music videos. Outside of YouTube, he was still recording
What's
adult
happening?
videos and sold fake ones over Skype, using footage from other sources. But in 2014, things came crashing down when Brandon overdosed during his first experience with hard substances. In the hospital, he felt like he was on the verge of death but survived, only to struggle with severe anxiety and depression afterward. Constantly fearing for his life, he made frequent hospital visits seeking reassurance. As he recovered, he continued making his product videos, some gaining hundreds of thousands of views, but his success was inconsistent and he still relied on his adult content for income. Speaking on joining the adult film industry, he said, "I never really wanted to do it. I just knew that I could get a lot of money, but I just got tired of doing it. One day I said, I can't do this anymore. I thought, let me try and just give this Joanne character my last bit. Let me give it my all." And that he did. In late 2015, Brandon introduced the world to Joanne the Scammer, a messier and more chaotic version of Miss Prada, who is not shy about her career as a scammer. In an Instagram video, he wore the signature blonde wig with dark roots and delivered an improvised monologue, calling himself a messy bitch who lives for fraud.
Hey girl, I just want to let you girls know that I'm a real messy bitch. A liar. A scammer. I love robbery and fraud. I'm a messy bitch who lives for drama.
The video made its rounds on social media, and Brandon's following started growing again. Blac Chyna and Amber Rose were the first public figures to recognize Joanne. And before you knew it, Joanne the Scammer was a cultural phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
For Joanne, the scammer! Joanne, the scammer.
A beautiful messy bitch. Thank you.
Oh, I remember that.
I've made it to New York. Honestly.
Gwyneth Paltrow, you are just truly iconic.
Welcome.
What happened to Superwoman? Hold on. I have to. Hold on. Because I'm looking at all these YouTubers and stuff. I don't know why I did that. I should just put youtube.com. Do y'all remember Superwoman? The woman that was like, I remember she went on tour. No. Let's see if I can find her. Where's that? Not Alicia Keys. It's wait, where's the YouTuber? Lily Singh. What the heck? I don't ever see her videos on YouTube like that. Oh. Am I tripping? Oh, okay, yeah, she's still doing her thing. Ooh. I used to watch her videos all the time. Honest new makeup review. Oh, what is happening? I don't know, man. Guess she's still doing good.
Welcome to Positive Life Choices with none other than Joanne. It's me, you know.
Today, we're going to be selling the Joanne the Scammer Starter Pack.
He said, my goal was to turn Joanne the Scammer into a meme because the way your face is being used everywhere. That was my strategy to promote myself.
Well, Joanne thinks that she is a part of the whites. And I think that she thinks that she is literally on their level. But the joke is she's not. When I made the whole Caucasian thing up with her, I thought about who's like the epitome of like Caucasian and just like rich to me. And then I found out that Kirstie Alley was in Maine, and it doesn't get any more Caucasian than Maine. So I'm like, that's my best friend. Why? And I just ran with it. But I think that she's delusional, Joanne, and I think that she's just a train wreck, you know? And I think that's what makes it funny.
Once Brandon had the world's attention, he deleted his Tumblr, where most of his X-rated content were. As his money ran low, he received offers to do photo shoots as Joanne and to
Not as
appear
his
in
money ran
character
low.
at a party, each paying $1,000. The amount increased with Joanne's popularity. Brandon maintained the momentum by rebranding all his social media handles to Joanne the Scammer and consistently uploading skits and tweeting in character. The opportunities were endless. As Joanne the Scammer, Brandon collaborated with various brands, secured endorsements and commercial deals. Celebrities were giving him recognition, and he even appeared on magazine covers. Everything he posted was turned into a meme or GIF. He launched a line of doormats and starred in satire videos produced by Super Deluxe. A video titled Caucasian Livin' with Joanne the Scammer became popular.
You've arrived. Finally. Welcome to my Caucasian home. Come inside. We have colored eggs. Now, I know I'm white, but white people have colored eggs. As I like to call them, minority eggs.
A year later, it was announced that he inked a deal for an actual television series. Things were going great for Brandon until they weren't.
Ooh.
In summer 2017, Brandon revealed to Westwood Magazine that when Joanne the Scammer first went viral,
Yeah, what is
the
happening?
character's success felt organic, which made it so funny to people. However, he felt that once it became a job, it lost some of its natural charm, making things feel more produced and less authentic. He said, I think people are overusing it. I think the public has overexposed the character a tad bit. Brandon started facing backlash when people dug up old videos, tweets, and recordings in which he had used racial and transphobic slurs. Brandon also made offensive jokes about SA and Chris Brown's.
Okay, I want to try something real quick. This is going to be a little weird. Excuse me. Oh, shit. I hope. I need to see if the lighting is better. Is the lighting better over here? I'm like looking down because I'm trying to see. Oh, when I get my setup straight. Oh, see, now you can actually see me a little bit better. Yeah.
Brown's assault on Rihanna. This led to criticism from fans and the broader internet community, challenging his previously celebrated persona. Then some of his unreleased demo tape, recorded by the producer Aisha Erotica, also contained racial slurs. According to some online rumors, some believe Brandon influenced her to rap those lyrics, supposedly in line with his Miss Prada character. But this is only alleged by random social media users, and I can't confirm any of this. That's when the hit pieces and comments started rolling in, accusing Brandon of stereotyping trans women, being ashamed of his blackness, and all sorts of other allegations. People found her use of the N-word controversial because the character isn't black. despite Brandon himself being Black and Latino.
Y'all might be a little bit pressed and bothered at me when I say this, but bitch, it is now time to address Brandon Miller, aka Miss Joanne the Scammer. What a lot of you hosts don't know is that Brandon Miller started off as Joanne Prada. What really hit was, I guess, when she decided to pretend to be like a white woman, and mainstream loves it when blackness abandons itself and tries to coon or throw some Clorox bleach on itself and pretend like, okay, girl, well, whiteness is greatness. But no, he's actually become a caricature. He's become the paid-ass image of the detrimental-ass mindset that a lot of black people have. The good hair type of shit. You need to stay out of the sun because it'll make you darker type of shit. He has internalized all of the bullshit as microaggressions and shit.
But he emphasized in multiple interviews that the character was fictional and not a reflection of his real identity or beliefs. He said, "People think that because of me playing the character Joanne, who's a woman, and then..."
Yeah, but my thing with that is, right, you can have a character like TT, the guy that's TT with the blue wig and the pink lipstick. That's a whole man, right? But that's his character. I'm pretty sure he didn't say racial slurs, so I don't even know why he thought that was okay, but whatever.
And then being able to come out of that as a man. And from something I said in a video, I was doing a video as Miss Prada before Joanne the Scammer. Straight people have always attacked me, and one guy called me the T word. So I quoted him and I compared myself to my character. And it all got strange when I blew up as Joanne the Scammer. That's when all this shit came out. People totally took it out of context. I wouldn't say I'm trans, but I know how it feels to be treated like a transgender person. So that's why it hurts when people call me transphobic. Because I can relate, and I have related. I don't get in my character to belittle trans people. I get talked about like a trans person by the straight community. I wouldn't put myself through all of that just to make fun of a trans person. Speaking of the use of the slurs, he said, "I was completely unknowledged at the time. I would have never said it if I knew transgender was the modern term, because you gotta be correct today." Brandon even stated that he has personally apologized to those affected by his past remarks.
I was at one point the people's choice, and the same people that were praising me at one point were now bashing me. I remember thinking, oh, this is supposed to be the happiest night of my life, because like I made it here off of like, how the did I even make it here? It stopped me from even like you said, you saw me like the whole rise to joy. I was doing so much stuff, but
you were producing so much. I noticed.
I was like, yeah, but then I saw a post on Tumblr that said Brandon is transphobic and had 10,000 notes. I cried, had nightmares. I had dreams of like people running down the street chasing me, because I kept like replaying it in my head because I'm my own worst critic. And I will look for bad comments, because sometimes I believe the bad comments are like, could be true. Maybe I need some critique or whatever. And then I was depressed because I'm around all these people who are telling me, don't say nothing. You can't. So I'm like, oh, so I couldn't even take up for myself. And I'm like, oh, guys, please don't do this. I know so many people out there who are actually transphobic. I've been doing this for like almost 10 years now with the whole drag thing. I'm not transphobic. And it's just irritating, But I just feel like people are so offended nowadays, and they want to be offended. Maybe it's because of the president. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I stopped. You can't be creative when you're constantly being hated. And then I'm one of these people who can't even supply it if I'm being hated in any way. I'm just like, it's okay, I'll stop. They want me to stop. So I've contemplated creating another character, because I don't even know if I want to be Joanne the Scammer, because it's like I'm hated so much in the trans world because they think I'm joking about them.
Funny.
I don't look at me dressing as a woman as funny, because it's really about empowering women. Really, I always say like, only help women, only.
Yeah, watching Tyler Perry movies where Tyler Perry be having the worst wigs for all the black characters, y'all. That's what that is. What's his name? Shamor, the guy that in Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That's his wig right there. That's his wig. I just don't understand why Tyler Perry. Ooh, we could watch like bad Tyler Perry movies one day. We could do that. And then I think I'm gonna like, I know this is off topic, but I think I'm gonna do like some read-alongs. So we'll see how that works. to like chapters and stuff that I read from Manta Comics or Webtoon because I have been slacking off. So I'm gonna try to do better with that. And then of course I'm gonna do like some cosplay stuff in the future. So my channel is gonna be a mix of everything. So just throwing it out there. In the future, I'm gonna get back into gaming. So my gaming channel is a little dry, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I be getting off topic. My bad.
Come in, or like you know,
That
stuff
is-
like that.
Yeah.
I don't think the whole me getting in character is funny. I think the shit I say is funny. Like I want to be a Caucasian. That's just funny. I'm not. Or like using 9 identities. Are like you know, some of the shit that I say are like, you know, what it is for me is, you know, getting in female clothes, like I said with Victoria, is I feel more confident with myself. Like actually problematic or like actually transphobic or actually a racist. You know, that is hurtful because I wouldn't even waste my time trying to make you laugh. I know what my goal is. So I'm like, if I know I'm so pure and I'm so humble, I'm so this, I'm so that, why can't you see that? Why do you think I'm mean or why do you think I'm transphobic? That's not who I am. And that, you know, it just hurts, especially when 10,000 people don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm being criticized about everything, you know, and that was another reason why I didn't want to talk about, or I couldn't speak up, because if I was going to come out and say that I'm not transphobic, I would also have to say I'm not racist and I'm not this and I'm not that. So I didn't even want to like say.
Okay, y'all. I'm seeing like so many like people in this whole like documentary video. Shout out to Black Femininity TV. She's amazing. I love her videos. She be doing her research just like Choice TV. I live for stuff like this because I always be wondering like what happened to these YouTubers, Viners, like what happened? Like I'm thinking of so many people, y'all. I think we're just gonna go down a rabbit hole one day and just like see where these people went because some of them actually went back to school and got their degree. Like Dumbo from Dumbo and Chrissy. I don't know if y'all remember them, but they were a lesbian couple. Um, Dumbo ended up getting pregnant and she had Dominic, and now I don't know if she graduated college yet, but I do know that she went back to college to get a degree. Like, that's amazing. Like, if I had that YouTube money, I would be going back to school. I would be to get a degree in something because it's always good to have that sometimes, you know? Because you never know. Like, what if you start off on YouTube and then you just venture off into like an actual career? You just never know. You never know. But yeah, it's insane. This guy right here. Let me go back. What show? Okay.
Criticized about everything, you know, and that was another reason why I didn't want to talk about, or I couldn't speak up, because if I was going to come out and say that I'm not transphobic, I would also have to say
Him. So apparently, right? Like he's like a master hairstylist or whatever. Apparently, one of the women said that he like inappropriately did some things to one of his clients, and he also got canceled. I don't know what he's doing now. He might be still on Instagram doing hair, but yeah, it was a lot of like stuff coming out about him. It was insane.
I'm not racist and I'm not this and I'm not that. So I didn't even want to like say one and not the other. I was called like 90 things, some shit I can't even pronounce. And I didn't want to do one and not the other. That looks tacky. And I'm just like, I'm not though.
While the internet controversy unfolded, he was simultaneously facing significant challenges in his real life. In late 2017,
Oh my god, it keep buffering now.
fans started noticing Brandon's inconsistent presence on social media. After his absence from social media sparked concern among fans, he took to Instagram in February 2018 to share an update in a video, revealing that his mother was battling terminal cancer,
Oh my
leading him
God.
to put Joanne the Scammer on hiatus to be by her side.
It's me, Brandon. I play Joanne. And I wanted to let everyone know real quick, because I've been so silent. And really, I'm just doing it because, just to give, people answers, whatever. I'm not doing Joanne right now, not because of whatever, but because of my mom is dying of cancer. And I didn't know how to tell anybody. And she was dying for a while. And I can't tell you or explain it in under a minute. So to sum it up, I'm not playing Joanne right now because of I'm focusing on that and because that's my last parent. So I just like
Oh
to,
no.
Like I'm in a good place and I'm trying to stay there, because mental health is a tricky thing. So I'd like to keep that good. And
A few weeks later, he shared the announcement with his supporters that his mother, Veronica, had sadly passed away.
Oh my
Brandon
goodness.
returned to social media that summer, but his uploads became infrequent. Joanne the Scammer made a cameo in Tyler Perry's A Madea Family Funeral and collaborated with Netflix and the Hustlers movie for promo. However, these projects went largely unnoticed, leaving fans questioning Joanne's whereabouts. When a Twitter user asked about the character's disappearance, Brandon responded candidly, saying, "To be honest, my mom died, and then my life went downhill from there. Never wanted to say that because I don't want to be looked at like a victim or like I'm trying to gain sympathy from anyone. I'm doing much better now. And just because I don't post all the time doesn't mean I'm dead." In 2020, Brandon made an effort to keep Joanne the Scammer active, consistently posting on Joanne's pages throughout the year. However, with the rise of TikTok and a new wave of internet personalities, both Joanne and Brandon gradually faded into the background. By the end of the year, regular updates to the accounts
Yeah,
had
this is
stopped.
girlfriend.
Joanne occasionally resurfaced for brand collaborations and promotional work.
This Caucasian bitch is back.
But these appearances no longer attracted the same level of attention. Over the past 5 years, Brandon's following has declined from nearly 10 to 1.3 million followers. In
What?
2024, he posted a comedic message addressing those who had unfollowed him.
Fuck you, honestly.
And made a few sporadic posts throughout the year.
My mom's dying of cancer.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh no, she'll be gone soon. I have had to support them financially for like a couple of months. I've stopped Joanne for a while because of all the hate. It's just a lot. So I think for a couple of months I enjoyed it, but it's really hard. But like I say, hatred can become, and I'm not saying I'm stopping. I just feel like hatred can become uninspiring. And if you look at all the shit that I've been said about and it's just a lot with the character that also mistakes I've made. The problem is with me though is that I find I don't want the fame, and a lot of people want that. So I'm really quiet, and I come when I feel like I need to come. So I'm just different, I guess. I don't want all that. I want to do Joanne when I want to do it, but I just want to live my life as well.
Yeah.
Just private, just quiet.
Unfortunately, the Joanne the Scammer character no longer dominates internet culture like she did before. While his social media presence has slowed down, Brandon and Joanne the Scammer goes down in history as an icon that paved the way for a lot of these social media characters. Notably, his influence can be seen in personalities like Terry Joe, who adopted Joanne's signature blend of edgy humor and the racist white woman persona. As of now, Brandon Miller has stepped away from the spotlight. He really had the potential to evolve into a full-fledged media brand beyond social media skits like his counterparts. Whether or not Joanne the Scammer will ever make a full comeback remains uncertain, but her influence is still felt across meme culture and internet comedy. Hopefully he's in a better place and we'll see him again soon. Like this video and subscribe to BFTV for more content.
Wow, that's crazy. But I mean, it makes sense. I mean, honestly, TikTok has like elevated a lot of people around the world when it came to like internet success, internet success, uh, following, influencing businesses, just like making people aware of what's happening in the world. And I'm gonna just say money in general because I don't think TikTok pays a lot. YouTube was, but I'm not sure. I feel like for certain creators, they get paid more than the next. I don't know. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to do a little chill stream. I wanted to see like how it would look and translate because I'm gonna get a better laptop because the one that I'm using is like an Asus Intel Chromebook, and it's not the best because when I tried to stream a game on there, it was like super. I don't know, but hopefully this stream was okay. Yeah, so this will be a test stream. We're gonna see how it does, and I will talk to y'all later.